Are you surprised to hear that figure from Suella Braverman, that 3/4 of MI5's time is spent still investigating Islamic terrorism?
No, not in the slightest. I mean, it's very well known that Islamic terrorists are still active in the UK. There's more and more of them actually than ever before. And of course, we've also got people being released from prison who are actually convicted terrorists. So the problem is there, has always been there, and it will continue to be there.
One of the concerns, Chris, about the people crossing the channel, some of whom, of course, will be genuine asylum seekers, many more of them, in my view, are economic migrants, but some of them could be intent on wreaking terror on this country, and they get in via the small boats and then get lost in the system.
Yeah, and I was laughing actually at your last guest explaining why he was part of the problem, aiding these people to stay in the UK. The simple fact is, many of the people we know come over are economic migrants, and some of them will be hardened terrorists who are being infiltrated into our communities, and this is an issue. And I would ask people that are helping this to go on and accepting people coming over, as how many terrorists would you accept to come over, because we know they've done that.
And 3/4 MI5's time being devoted to this, Chris, is that enough? Because they can't keep an eye on all the people that are on the suspect list all the time, because it's too expensive and it's too labour intensive.
No, it's impossible to keep their eye on that number of people. There's 40,000 odd plus people that are of concern. Now, 40,000 people, you couldn't really keep your eye on more than half a dozen. You just have to risk assess those people that are most likely to commit terrorist attacks, and to try to do something when you know someone's on that path. But no, it's an impossible task, and it doesn't really matter how much resources you've got, whether it's police or security services. There will be times where ones get through and terrorists get through, and of course we all suffer.
40,000 is a huge figure. It's a shocking figure. It's a packed football stadium on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, and that's in the UK, and of course we've got similar, if not more, numbers across France. I mean, the vast majority of those won't move towards actually committing terrorist attacks, but more towards supporting the ideology. And that's one of the major issues, is that people go from being a supporter of the ideology through to doing a terrorist attack very quickly. So the security services get very little time to interject in someone that's on that path.
Suella Braverman is also talking about Russia as well, Chris, wanting to exploit terrorist narratives. What does she mean by that?
Well, of course, any disruption in a country that's effectively, whether you like it or not, in some kind of a war with Russia, they will be able to fund and help and assist those people that want to go towards terrorist attacks, simply because it will disrupt this country, and that's what they're all about. And of course, this is just one of the issues and one of the countries that are doing this kind of stuff.
I heard one expert on the radio the other day, Chris, saying that Russia is involved, along with China, in the great cyber warfare, in promoting the culture wars in this country, because it promotes unease, it promotes division. Do you buy that the Russians and the Chinese are stirring that up?